Hi guys, I'm Nu-Trix, and today we're talking about something different. We're not talking about hardware, synth, or beatbox or sequencer. Nope. We're not talking about software for the Mac or for the iPad. Nope. We're talking about samples. There is this, I think it's like one-man operation. That's my guess. The company called Zvon Productions, or yeah, Les Productions Zvon. My guess again, they're French. Les Productions Zvon. It's a pretty cool thing. It's actually a collection of samples coming from old movies. They're now public domain. So meaning these samples you can use free and without any legal problems. It's just legit to use them. That's the really cool part of all this, is that you can use these samples, and there's now 10 collection. The last one is the one I have, but when I look on the website, then there's a lot of other, 9 other banks. They all have a different color to them. One is just from horror movies from the 30s to the 50s. Another one is for sci-fi movies. The one I have, the number 10, is a mix of different things. You've got some horror movies, voices coming from that, sci-fi, you've got publicities, and you have documentaries, some on sound and how to make vinyl. So all of these really cool little snippet of text are really awesome to put in songs, because I personally do not write lyrics. I compose music, I just don't write lyrics. I like to use these odd, weird sentences that out of context just is like, what the hell is that? And that's exactly what you get with the collection from Zvon Productions. So let's actually listen to some of the sounds and how this comes up. Like, there's the link for Zvon Production collection, the movie collection. I have the number 10. If you go on the website, they say that the number 10 is what's called Eclectic. So it's a mix of a lot of different things. You've got more than 5,000 samples, and you have more than almost 2 gigs of raw samples. Of course, these are from old movies. They have this grit, this noise part of it. And I think that's part of what you want when you use these sounds. They sound old. They have this way of talking that is from the 30s, and it is how it goes. It just like, this is actually pretty fun. It's part of the sound you get. They're $10, $12, $12, $10, $10, $10, $3, $7, $20. So they're really cheap and affordable. So they're just fun to have. So let's actually go in, and there's some free packs. Oh, there's free packs. Oh, this is cool. There's a Christmas free packs 2012, Christmas 2014, Christmas 2016, and there's an anniversary free pack here. So I'm going to put the link down. You go click on this. You download the free packs. If you like them, think about giving some love and buying at least one of the packs, because it took a lot of time to clean them up, chop them up, name them accordingly. Most of the time, the name you have is the actual text that you hear in the sample, in the loop, in the little, in the sample. So let's go and play some of the samples. So this is the bank. At the top, you've got part 1 and part 2. And part 1, you've got effects. So if you just click on it, all you've got is just so these are just noises. Different types of noises. Let's try. You also have the list. It's the list that comes in an Excel sheet. So you have all the sounds are listed there with the name. So if you're looking for something specific and you want something to say a word, you actually find it in the list and find exactly where it is. You get the information about all these sounds here and a little text of how they got to be recorded, how it works, the folders, how they separate all of them, and again, the sample by folder instead of by a list, alphabetical order. You got the list of the female and kid sounds or voices.
This house gives me the creeps.
Nina! Nina! Come here this instant!
Oh, one more. Look at that. Not a trace of sand.
You seem startled by the word. Oh, you caught me. Isn't that a bit ridiculous? You know, it was I who called the police.
Who's he?
Find him, Mr. Hellman. I don't care what it costs. I'm back where I started. Doesn't regain consciousness by then.
So you got these voices, then you got the male speech are pretty interesting.
Aristocrat.
And they sound all these. I mean, even the attitude, the way they say it, it's the old ways, you know.
The sensational new infrared cooker that will revolutionize your eating.
I just love this.
I will therefore take a taste. They are delicious soups.
Delicious soups. And when you go further...
Oh, you did, huh?
You go... These becomes like spaceships and...
Dr. Pulley, hang on. How is Captain Video going to feel when he learns that I chucked up?
There's another reason why fighting discrimination ought to be up everybody's alley.
Here we are, Captain.
He congratulates us.
The safe thing would be to evacuate every one of those satellites. Professor Royal can't be sure whether Comet X is heading for those man-made satellites of Pluto or not.
McGovern, it'll be a pity to waste such a fine intellect as yours. There's still time for you to get aboard that Jeep.
And it gives you quick energy, too, whenever you need it.
So someone from...
Well, Commissioner, that's impossible. Well, if what Rogers told me is correct, if we have less than 24 hours left before Comet X reaches us...
But actually, I'm military intelligence. May sound corny to you, but it's true.
When you go further... You
And he was fairly recently on Broadway, the star of Remains to be Seen.
Never mind about that. When did you last see Stu Farrell? Did you find any fingerprints on this thing?
Sure, hundreds of them.
Danny Watson says this fellow Zerny is on the level, that he really has supernatural powers.
Or is it because Rocky Jones is aboard?
You know who it is?
Actually, let's go further. And you got these parts of documentaries about hi-fi and music and recording.
For finer bowling.
Bowling?
As well as maximum profit for the proprietor of the Modern Recreation Center.
What?
Provides a necessary service for bowler.
Okay, that's...
For shoe-changing convenience in the locker room.
Okay, never heard that one before.
Well, it's fairly simple. I've heard that before, too. Stereophonic sound, a new dimension in sound.
A new dimension.
You'll have to turn off the projector. When I see you turn on the tape, I turn off the projector. But because one ear is usually a little farther from any one sound than the other, you don't quite hear the same sound at the same time in both ears.
That's called psychoacoustics. Pretty interesting.
And that's what happens with the two-speaker system.
Two-speaker system. So this is actually pretty awesome because you've got this little part.
Now, in stereophonic recording, the same principle is used. Two separate groups of microphones are placed from 8 to 20 feet apart, and each group records on a separate track.
Pretty interesting. You've got these little things of recordings.
One of the first questions I asked about film production is, how much?
How much what?
Well, how long is a piece of string? Now, the cost of camera raw stock.
Now, let me see. My movie should run about 20 minutes. That'll take about 7 rolls of film. At about $8 a roll, that'll be
$8 a roll? That's a long time ago.
How much cost?
So, I mean,
it might be best to call in an outside expert.
That's it. So these sentences out of context make great pieces in the song and the rhythm and just like on the break on the song. So this is what I like about these, is you can actually pretty much use them, not everywhere depending on the one you want, but there's a lot of stuff you can use here if you do this type of music that I like. I'm not saying that everybody should do it, but using these are pretty interesting. And on the top of that, you have a section like I talked earlier about effects. And there's also in this part 2, there's also a section about music. So you have these parts of songs. So these you can actually use. You can sample and use it as an instrument, as a part of a song, as a loop, whatever it is. So it's pretty fun. And honestly, take the time, download at least the free parts. I'm going to put the links down below. And also, if you want these like out of context, really cool, old style type of lyrics, pretty awesome to take the movie collection. I've got the 10, but I mean, there's like 9 others on top of that. So just take the time to go through it, figure it out which one fits the bill for you. And the cost is honestly very cheap, you know, between $7 to $20 or $30 each bank, depending on the size of it. And the whole thing is about $150 to get the 10 collection. So it's just like a massive list of sounds. So that's it. I hope this gets you inspired to do something with these like out of context lyrics, and hope to see you soon, guys. Cheers.